Hi there. So tomorrow I'm going to have a trip down to Filey with a couple of friends, and what we're doing is leaving on the falling tide and sailing down south, down the coast to Whitby. If we get there in time, because there's not a lot of wind, so it might be quite a long trip down there, then the plan is to anchor in the bay, have a bit to eat, and then come back up. It's about 7 miles, I think, so not a bad trip. I've done it in less than 2 hours before, but this time light winds forecast, so it should be like a very, very nice gentle sail. But I want to do a bit of prep today. So first thing I'm going to do is get the dinghy out and inflate it, because you never know, we might decide to go ashore in the bay and get some chips or something like that. And then the other thing is I'm going to make like something in a slow cooker. So I need to take that up. I'll do something like a chili, you know. And yeah, it should be fun. The dinghy is in here in the forepeak. So one of the things that's good about this is I'll actually free up some room. So let's get it out now. Let's see if I can lift it out now. There she is, Alison's tender. A bit dirty. We might see if I can give her a quick clean. But main thing now is to get her on the foredeck over there, and yeah, we'll see if she goes down overnight. There you go, I think that's quite a good position actually. The transom is just over the back of the life raft, so that's holding it in place. And then at the bottom we've got these two eye bolts, and so I can attach the painter to that. Another couple of straps on the side, and that'll have her nice and secure. I hope she does stay up, because that's going to be pretty useful, but you know, if she doesn't, then, well, I'll be learning how to repair inflatables. The other thing I've done is move the anchor, so it's normally mounted on deck here. And what I've done is I've put the anchor onto the bow roller and attached the chain, because I thought that, you know, probably when you get to anchoring, you don't want to be pulling that out of its position and kind of leaning out over the front of the boat to put it over the roller. I've secured this shackle at the back to an eye bolt there. It's not secured at the bow, probably should be, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. A lot of other boats, they have like a pin that goes across the top and locks it in place. This one you can't really do that, so I don't know, we'll have to find some better way of doing this in the future.
recently, and a Dutch guy.
Resulted in a usage of 17% of the total battery capacity. So I think when I was tootling along at 3 knots, admittedly with the tide, I think I was using 18 amps. So could have gone for, what's that, 15 hours at that speed. So really good result. I think I'm starting to gain confidence as we go out more and more and for longer distances. So keeping a veggie chili warm for 4 hours, running all the electronics and running the motor for, well, let me check. Running the motor for 6.7 hours. Well, that was a really gorgeous day. In the end we didn't make it to Filey because when I looked at the weather in the morning, the winds just seemed to be all wrong for it. So what we did was we went up the coast to Robin Hood's Bay, and it was a really good sail, and the weather was much better than it was forecast. So I suppose that just shows you shouldn't kind of really let your lives be ruled by the forecast. It said it was going to be cloudy all day. It said that it was going to be like winds of 1 to 3, but we were going up north and we probably had a good, I would say a good solid 4 on the way up. Turned round Robin Hood's Bay, and then of course, as it always does in the bay, the winds dropped. But then it came round first to the east, which was definitely not in the forecast, and then it kind of came round westerly. And when we were coming back into Scarborough, it was probably blowing, you know, close to a 5. So I had a really good time. One of the things I was pleased about is that I managed to get a really balanced, properly close hauled, which bodes really well for one of the next things that I want to do, which is setting up the Aries wind vane. So that'll be for a future episode. Anyway, really good day today. I'm afraid I didn't get a lot of footage of it, but what there is I've put on this video, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye.